Welcome, young mage. I'm Rhino. Today on Card Talk in Core 20, I haven't had a chance to play with any of the Core 20 cards yet. I have studied them and started thinking about brews. I want to give you my reactions and some of the cards. We'll talk about limited, standard, and maybe even some commander.
Okay, I'm here to help Rhino out with all the controls and things. So we've got the cards showing up here. Yay! And Rhino will talk about it. First one we're going to talk about is Ajani's Strength of the Pride. So you can gain life. You can create an Ajani's Pride mate. So whenever you gain life, it gets a 1/1 counter. And then at 15 life above your starting, you get to do a lot of funky exiling. So what do you like this for?
I really like about you can gain a life about it, and especially the -2. If you don't have an Ajani's Pride mate, you get one for pretty much for free. And exiling the artifacts and creatures you can control.
No,
your opponent's control.
Opponents plural. So hey.
Commander, oh yeah.
Commander, oh yeah. You know, two-headed giant, great.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty impressive.
No, for 4 mana.
4 mana, yep. Okay, so next one is Ancestral Blade. When it enters the battlefield, you create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, then attach the Ancestral Blade to it. The equipped creature gets a +1/+1, and it's for 2, and it equips for 1.
So it's basically a 2-drop, and you get another 2/2. So the really cool thing about it is it attaches to it. No matter if you have no creatures out, you get one out. That's just awesome.
And then when the creature dies, the equipment is left behind, so you still can attach it to something else.
For 1.
Yeah. Okay, so Battalion Foot Soldier. When Battalion Foot Soldier enters the battlefield, you may search your library for any number of cards named Battalion Foot Soldier, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library.
Okay, this one is kind of funky. If you had to have at least 4 of them to have in your deck. Otherwise, not really that great. Imperialist, no. Unlimited, same thing.
Unless you get a whole bunch of them. If for some reason you pulled 6 of them, then that makes sense.
Yeah. I drop one out. Okay, I'll get the rest.
You're not going to see it in Commander, but in Standard, we've seen stuff like this before, and it's not a horrible way of making sure that you have creatures in your hand.
Yeah.
Speaking of having creatures in your hand, but this time on the battlefield, brought back. Choose up to 2 target permanent cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. Return them to the battlefield tapped.
So, regeneration, or regenerate. So, it's a regenerate for white. And it's an instant speed. And that's regenerate is instant speed or sorcery speed. But anyways, I think it's gonna be seen a lot. And
appropriate words here, up to 2 target permanents. A lot of people are going to read that as 2 target permanents. But if they lost 1, they can still bring back just that 1.
Yeah.
Okay. God's Willing. All right.
Oh, man.
This is a reprint. Target creature you control gains protection from color of your choice until end of turn. Scry 1.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
This card is crazy. That's white and instant speed. You see a lot of protection, and plus you get to scry 1. I'm really glad that they reprinted this card So
Yeah. We have it in a few decks, few commander decks,
yeah.
and you don't see it a lot in modern, but
No, not really.
I mean, when it was in standard, it came up a lot.
Well,
So we're expecting to see it come up a lot again. Okay. Ley Line of Sanctity. Okay, the ley lines. This is a reprint. The others are not reprints. So if it's in your opening hand, you may basically put it onto the battlefield. And you have hexproof.
Yeah, that's a very, should I say, funky card? The reason why I say that is in Commander. Oh yeah, I think that's pretty good. But in pre-release,
I mean, yeah, there's not a lot of cards that do a direct targeting, and in a pre-release or in a limited draft or something like that, you're not going to use this a lot. But in standard, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of targeting. There's still going to be a burn deck.
Oh yeah.
This is great for anti-burn.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one is the Luxodon Life Chanter. When it enters the battlefield, you may have your life total become the total toughness of creatures you control. And then for 6, it gets +X, where X is your life total.
Yeah. This card, I think it's really good in Commander. For 6, oh man. If you have like 5 creatures out and you play that creature, and let's say you're at 16 life, okay? Now all of your creatures are 16.
Yeah, your Luxodon gets a 16/16 until end of turn. So it's a 20/22.
Oh, I thought it said each creature.
No, it's just the Luxodon.
Oh, okay.
But that can be done as a trick afterwards.
Okay. But still, that is a pretty good card.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's see here. All right, and now on to Master Splicer. It's a 4-drop, 1/1. When Master Splicer enters the battlefield, create a 3/3 colors Golem artifact creature token. Golems you control get +1/+1.
Okay, so with this card, you might think, oh well, it's just a 4-drop 1/1 and creates a 3/3 colorless Golem. No. It creates a 4/4, and it says golems you control get +1/+1. So you get another dude that's a 4/4, which is, with 5 power on the board, is pretty good for a 4-drop.
Okay, Tefara, Skyblade. Okay, legendary creature, angel. It is 4 and 3 white. Okay, you may pay 1 white and tap 4 untapped creatures you control with flying, rather than pay this spell's mana cost. And it has flying and lifelink, and other creatures you control with flying. Other creatures you control with flying are indestructible.
Okay, so this is, the bottom ability is like a baby. What was it?
I was an Angel of Hope.
Yeah, maybe I was an Angel of Hope. So, if you have 4 untapped creatures
with flying,
that's technically downside. But anyways,
But in this set, there's a whole bunch of flying creatures. It's got a lot of flying creatures.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be that difficult to do this in a limited format. I mean, you could, if you did this in draft, okay, I could see where you could try to get a bunch of flying creatures. You could draft a bunch. Sealed, I don't really see it. Commander? Oh yeah, it's going to go in Speedy stack.
Yeah.
Okay, now on to the blue.
The blue.
All right, anticipate.
Everybody likes anticipate.
Okay, so anticipate, it's a 2-drop. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order.
Yeah, this is kind of like a sort of like tutor, sort of.
Well, no, it's not a tutor. It allows you to not loot, but kind of filter through some cards.
Yeah. So, if you can't find the cards that you want, play anticipate.
Yeah, this is a reprint, and it is a good reprint. You're going to see it played a lot in standard.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's no reason not to have it in limited, in pre-release or sealed. I mean, it's a good card.
Yeah.
Rhineborn Cutthroat, 2-drop, 2/1, flash. It's a merfolk pirate. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a 1/1 counter on Rhineborn Cutthroat.
Yeah. So the name of it is kind of like a tongue twister.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's a 2-drop and it's a 2/1 is pretty good. But wait a second. With flash, and whenever you cast a spell, you put a 1/1 counter, not just +1/+1 until end of turn. So you can play this on their turn, and
like as a blocker, as a surprise blocker.
Yeah, and you're blocking like a 1/1, and you play anticipate, and oh hey, it gets a 1/1 counter.
Yeah. There's also Befuddle in the set too, which is I believe a 1-drop. So that would be even a quick way of getting another 1/1 counter on it.
I think it's 3-drop.
Maybe, I don't know. Okay, Drawn from Dreams. It's a 4-drop sorcery. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
Okay, so I think you know about it was Dig Through Time. That's right, and it's like a better, cheaper Dig Through Time.
Yeah, I mean, Dig Through Time is banned in some formats, but it has delve capability. This is basically what you would delve for in most cases, and it would still do the same thing. It looks to be better, solid without the delve.
Yeah.
Okay, Leyline of Abundance. Abundance? No, not of Abundance. We want to do Anticipation.
Oh, yeah.
I hit the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Leyline of Anticipation. Okay. It has the same sort of thing where if it's in your opening hand, you can put it on the battlefield. You may cast spells as though they had flash.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I might want that. So, yeah, you can cast things like crazy on their turn. If you have a name for it.
Well, basically everything has flash.
Yeah.
All spells have flash.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't see a downside to this.
Yeah, I mean,
I really don't.
This is, and well, in your deck, in your opponent's deck, there's a downside. But yeah, I mean, this is a great commander card. This is a great standard card. Heck, it's even fine in sealed, limited. I don't see. Yeah, it's a 4-drop, but it's really not that bad. Okay, the next card, we're going to go down to Spectral Sailor. Okay, so it's a 1-drop, 1/1 with flash and flying, and for 3 and a blue, you can draw a card.
Oh man. Oh, this card. I absolutely hate it. No, I'm just kidding. I love it. The fact that it's a 1-drop, 1/1 flash and flying. Oh yeah, I love it. And plus, you can have that card advantage, which is always good.
Yeah, later in the game when you got plenty of mana, you draw cards. I mean, it's definitely going in any pre-release, any sealed, any limited. Um, I don't see a downside to it. I'm sure there's a standard deck that would love it. Spirit Pirate. There's plenty of spirits and angels going on, so a Spirit Pirate probably wouldn't be too awfully bad.
Yeah, and also about if you have 8 lands, then you can draw 2 cards.
Yeah. Okay, next thing, Winged Words. 2 and 1 blue. It's a sorcery. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a creature with flying. Not too hard to do in this set. Draw 2 cards.
So you know that there's a lot of flying in the set. So 2 draw for 2 cards. Yeah, I like that. And it's almost better than Draw from Dreams.
Yeah, I mean, because you could potentially do it for 1 blue and 1 colorless and draw 2 cards if you've got a flying creature out.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a reprint. Oldie but goodie. 1 black sorcery has an additional cost to cast Bone Splinters. This spell, sacrifice a creature, destroy target creature.
Yeah, everybody likes Bone Splinters. So, you can get rid of like your 1/1 and get rid of their let's say a 90/90 creature.
No, but hey, if that Luxodon Life Chanter was coming at you, you can go, oh, I'm going to sacrifice my my 1/1 spirit, and that goes away. So yeah, this is a good quality piece of removal, which you need a lot of, especially with a lot of flying going on in this deck. Okay, Dread Presence, 4-drop. It's a 3 and a black. Creature, Nightmare. Whenever a swamp enters the battlefield under your control, choose 1. You draw a card and lose 1 life, or Dread Presence deals 2 damage to any target, and you gain 2 life.
This is a very good card for mono black. Because they have multiple swamps.
Yeah, basic swamps.
Yeah, basic swamps. Or swamplands. But yeah, you can just keep peeing your. Oh wait, no, it says you. Well, yeah, but yeah, you can just keep hitting your opponent for two.
Yeah, and you gain life, or you can draw cards, and there is a fair number of ways of dorking around with the lands in the set too. So I can see it possibly in the right draft. I can't see it working well in a pre-release, but in a draft deck, yeah, not a problem. Okay, this is another reprint, and it is Duress. It's sorcery speed, and target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card.
So, yeah, if you don't like the rest, sorry. It's coming back, and you're just gonna have to.
Yeah. So yeah, this is you see this played a lot. Turn one in standard, somebody does a duress on you before you even have a chance to lay your first land. It's a pain, but you're going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen a lot. Okay. Legion's End. Okay. For 1 and a black, it's a sorcery. And it's exile target creature and opponent controls with converted mana cost 2 or less, and all other creatures that player controls with the same name as that creature. Then that player reveals their hand and exiles all cards with that name from their hand and graveyard.
Yeah. So it is an Unmoored Ego, for 2. But does it say, does it say you get to search your library?
No.
No?
No. So it's just on the battlefield and stuff in their hand. It's going to be okay in standard.
Yeah.
It's not something that you want in a pre-release, or you're probably not going to want it in draft either, because only in really constructed decks. Is this going to be good in Commander?
No.
No. Okay. It's a 2-drop at 2, and it's only for converted mana cost 2 or less. So yeah. Okay, let's get a big daddy out here. Rotting Regisar. Okay, it's 2 and a black for a zombie dinosaur. At the beginning of your upkeep, discard a card. It is a 7/6 for 3. That has a very tiny little bitty downside.
At the beginning of your upkeep, discard a card.
What if you have no cards in your hand at the beginning of your upkeep?
You don't.
You don't have to discard anything. So can you see maybe on turn 3 or 4 not having any cards in your hand and having a 7/6 on the battlefield attacking each turn?
Yeah, oh man, that would be so nasty.
Okay, let's see here.
And the flavor text. Now that's a zombie.
Now that's a zombie. Okay. Let's see. I am looking for. Oh, that's why I couldn't find it. Okay. Sorin, Imperious Bloodlord. Okay. 2 and a black. It's a legendary planeswalker, Sorin. Okay, he's got 2+1s and a 1/-3. Okay, a target creature you control gains Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. If it's a vampire, you put a 1/1 counter on it. Okay. Another +1, you may sacrifice a vampire. When you do, Sorin, Imperious Bloodlord deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. Okay. And then a -3, you may put a vampire creature card from your hand onto the battlefield.
Okay. So the fact that it can give a creature Death Touch and Lifelink is pretty good. But there's not a lot of vampires.
Yeah, there's some vampires, but there's not a lot. I mean, there's a few. So this isn't going to be great for sealed or draft, but in standard, there's a bunch of vampires, especially in the rivals and Ixalan and all that. So, and then of course in Commander, it could be pretty amazing. Okay, so now we are going to do Chandra, Novice Pyromancer. And we actually have a bunch of Chandras. So we're going to go through these really quick, and then we're going to talk about them all at once. So Chandra, Novice Pyromancer. Elementals you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. You can add 2 red, or she can deal 2 damage to any target. Let's see, Chandra, Acolyte of Flame, is the next level up. So for 3, she has a 4 loyalty. You can put a loyalty counter on each red planeswalker you control. You can create 2 1/1 red elemental creature tokens. They gain haste. You may cast a target instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard. If that card would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. And then let's get the last Chandra. Chandra, Awakened Inferno. Okay, yeah, that's 4 and 2 red. It can't be countered. Each for +2, each opponent gets an emblem that basically says that at the beginning of their upkeep, it deals 1 damage to them. -3, Awakened Inferno deals 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And for a -X, she deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker, and it would exile it if it goes to the graveyard. So we got a lot of really cool red Chandra stuff going on here.
Yeah.
And some elemental stuff. But what do you think of the Chandras in a limited environment?
I think they're gonna be pretty darn nasty.
Yeah, I think you don't have to have all of them for them to work, but if you do have all of them in standard,
oh man,
that can be pretty impressive.
I like to say they're the 3 Musketeers.
Yeah. Okay. Now in Commander, yeah, you're going to see Chandra, all these Chandras showing up in Commander decks, especially in an Elemental Commander deck. Okay. Yeah. Fry. All right.
We just have to bring up Fry. Okay. Ooh. So,
is it a good card?
It just deals 5 damage to target. But the reason why we bring it up was the artwork and the flavor text.
Yeah, I mean, this is a sideboard card. It only deals damage to white or blue creatures or planeswalkers. But that flavor text and that image is just so cool.
Yeah, you order a leg, there's your leg.
I'm afraid your dinner got a little overcooked. Okay. Okay. Repeated Reverberation, 2 and 2 red. It's an instant when you cast your next instant spell, sorcery spell, or activate a loyalty ability this turn. Copy that spell or ability twice. You may choose new targets for the copies. Okay. Rhino missed something on this.
Yes, I did. I thought that you just put 2 loyalty counters on it. Wrong. You put 3.
Yeah, look at that artwork. There's the original one and then the 2 others. So that can be an instant or sorcery spell. Let's say shock. Okay, so a shock doing 6 damage. All right. Yeah. Or a loyalty counter that goes on something to give it a +1/+1. You've got a +3/+3. This is this isn't going to go into every deck, but as long as you've got some spells or loyalty abilities, I don't see a problem with this. This is a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty good.
All right. All right. Let's see here. Uncaged Fury. All right. This is another reprint from Shadows over Innistrad, I believe.
Yes.
It's 2 and a red. Instant speed. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains double strike until end of turn.
Yeah. I used to run werewolves, and I really like that card. I think that this is going to be seen a lot. And, oh, hey, you didn't block my Rotting Regisaur, right?
Yeah.
And
on turn 4.
yeah, on turn 4. So you take 16.
Well, it would become an 8.
8/7.
Yeah,
8/7.
It would become an 8/7 with double strike until end of turn.
So 16. Yeah.
Yeah, 16 damage on turn 4 from a Rotting Regisaur using Uncaged Fury.
I think that's game over.
Yeah, I mean that's going to happen, and you will definitely see that happen a lot. Okay, let's see here. We're going to go to Shifting Ceratops. Okay, for 2 and 2 green, it's a dinosaur that can't be countered. It has protection from blue, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And for 1 green, Shifting Ceratops gains your choice of Reach, Trample, or Haste until end of turn.
Okay, so first of all, 4-drop 5/4. That's already good. And the choice of Reach, Trample, or Haste, if you have 3 lands, then you can give them and give Reach, Trample, and Haste. So it would have all 3 of those abilities, but
yeah, it doesn't make sense to give it Reach and Haste at the same time, because Reach is a defensive and Haste is an offensive thing. But hey, 2 green, you can give it Trample and Haste. Or even later on in the game when it doesn't need haste, you just give it Trample. You throw Uncaged Fury on it, does double strike damage with Trample.
12 coming at you.
Yeah. Okay, this is another reprint, and so it's 1 and 2 green. It's a dinosaur, Thrashing Brontodon, the 3/4, and for 1, you can sacrifice it and destroy target artifact or enchantment.
So this is, I think it's an incredible card. And 3/4 for 3 is, oh man, that's already good. And if and let's say you have a pacifism on it.
Yeah.
And then okay, I sacrifice it. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of one of your ley lines.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the added ability to destroy an artifact or enchantment is just really cool, and it doesn't get played enough.
Yeah.
But it does get played a lot in limited, and so draft and pre-releases and sealed. It's just it's all in all pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's go to Vivian, Arcbow Ranger. For 1 and 3 green, you get a legendary Planeswalker Vivian. For 1, you can distribute 2 counters among up to 2 creatures. They gain Trample until end of turn. For a -3, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or Planeswalker. Great removal.
Oh yeah.
And then -5. You may choose a creature card you own from outside the game, reveal it, and put it into your hand.
Okay, when did green start and target things outside the game?
When did it get wishes? I mean, basically, that's what it is a wish.
Yeah. So, and for 4, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But the downside is 3 green. But anyways, it's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Now, in standard, that -5 can only be used on your sideboard in a competitive game.
Yeah.
In Commander, you currently can't have sideboards in Commander.
Yeah.
So unless your play group allows it, then this doesn't do you any good.
Yeah.
But when you're in a sealed environment, a creature, that's any of the creatures that you have left in your sealed packs. That's all of them.
Yeah.
So as long as you have the mana to cast it, you're good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do multicolor. Risen Wreath. For 1 and Simic. It's an elemental. It's a 1/1 for 3. That's crappy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whenever Risen Reef or another elemental enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. If you don't put the card on the battlefield, put it in your hand.
Oh, yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're going to be drawing cards like crazy off of this if you have a bunch of elementals.
And of course, you're going to put that into an elemental deck, right?
Well, duh. Well, no, I'm going to put it in a bunny deck. Yeah, I'm going to put it in an elemental deck.
Yeah. So, yeah, I can almost see this card getting banned already. Already, I can almost see it getting banned because look, if you build the right deck, you're going to be drawing cards like crazy, and you'll just overwhelm people pretty quick.
You might know yourself out.
Okay, but let's continue on with the elementals. So 1, and that's Teamer, right?
Yeah.
Green, blue, red. When Omnath Locust, the royal, enters the battlefield, it deals damage to any target creature, any target equal to the number of elementals you control. When a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on target elemental you control. If you control 8 or more lands, draw a card. Now, the Leyline of Sanctity, this is a protection from, the Leyline of Sanctity would be a protection from these elementals doing direct damage to you.
Yeah.
But
the top ability is really the only reason to cast it, really.
Well, no. There are cards in here that allow you to pop lands back up and put them back down. And with Risen Reef, hey, you're going to be throwing down lands like crazy, so you put 1/1 counters on this.
Oh, yeah.
So, there's a lot of cool stuff there. Okay, let's take a look at the last card we're going to look at here, which is alphabetical, so I can't find anything. Icon of Ancestry. For 3, it's an artifact. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type.
Elemental.
Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1. And for 3, you can tap it. You can look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from the chosen type from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
So this is kind of like a Lord Mana rock, sort of.
Yeah, it's a Lord Rock.
Oh, there it is, Lord Rock. But yeah, it's
got a nice anthem effect.
Yeah, a very specific anthem effect. But yeah, you can basically look, and that bottom ability is like anticipate, sort of.
Yeah. It's like anticipate. And it's really good for, people love doing tribal decks. They are simple, easy to do sort of things. So, it's just, I'm going to see it, we're going to see it played a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And definitely shows up in standard decks. Would you play it in a pre-release, in a draft? Probably not. It would probably be a last pick in a draft.
Yeah.
But would you put it in a commander deck?
Probably.
How about your rune deck? Your rhino deck? Okay, yeah. So, as you've said before, there are lots of elementals in this set. So, in standard, this is going to be seen a lot, but it has its places. So,
what are your favorite cards in the set? I have more videos coming out soon. So until then, Rhino out.